Hello, everyone. My name is Sarabi, and today we are going to be talking about how to manage and organize your Google Drive. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen here. So this is one of my brand new Google pages that I have for my team. So I have a brand new, Drive page. Basically when you go through, you hit this little waffle button, and then you'll click on this drive here. Now, obviously, on the other side, there's different things that you can do with Google. There's a lot of, features that they have and little things. So like if you have a YouTube, it's attached to this. Your contact list, calendar, if you want to add things on there, document sheets, forms. If you want to create your brand new like team site, that's something that you can do on here as well. So very, very, very helpful tool here. And when you go to your drive, that's actually going to have everything that is associated with that account in there. So for example, if I wanted to create like a new sheet or a doc or something, I can directly add that onto this. Same kind of deal with the sites if I want to do maps. So it's very, very flexible on here. As you can see on here, this is a blank canvas because it's a brand new page. So, I don't have much on here yet, but we are going to go through and walk through how to like create files, how to, color coordinate things and just to get yourself overall organized. Okay. So starting off with folders. So if I wanted to go here, I'll hit new folder. And then you can title this whatever you need it to be. So let's say, because this is for my team, so let's say this is onboarding. If I can spell onboarding. All right. That's going to be all the stuff for my onboarding. Okay. Now you can see here it has the word on there and then it has the file. If I wanted to alter this, because I'm very much a visual person, so I like to, change up colors and things like that. Every color means something new. So I would just right click on this and then it's going to drop down this whole menu here. You can rename it, star it, move it somewhere if you want to. Again, there's no real place to move it to because this is a brand new page, but I'm going to go ahead and change this color. And onboarding, I'm gonna put that as pink. Okay. Now, if I wanted to create something else, let's say, what else do I do? Oh, I could put trainings on here. So I'm gonna create that. Again, right click, change color, and I will put trainings as purple because I like purple. Okay. Say I wanted to merge these or I wanted this to go in there. There's two ways that you can do this. Now you can directly grab this and drag it there and then it'll take you. Or say like you accidentally do something like how I just dragged it into onboarding. If I right click here, you can go to this move to button. And then you can back out of that. So right now it's under onboarding. If I want to take it out of onboarding, it's just going to take it straight to the drive and then I can hit move here. So there's a lot of different ways you can move things around. You could directly drag it or you can select that move to option. Now, if there are things that you want to utilize, like say for team building, let me do one more. Let's say collecting resumes. Right. I used to do that. So I have a lot of them. But, let's say that's something that I'm still doing, okay? If I click on this, so I'm gonna double click. If I right click, you can actually upload a file. So if you want to upload a whole folder, you can do that, or you can upload a file. So let me upload a file, and it's going to pull up everything that's on my actual computer. So I'm going to go to downloads, and then I'm going to find a random, let's say this one. Okay, it's going to upload that to my Google Drive, and then it's going to stay under here. Now, let me see here. With things like this, where like say resumes, there's a lot of names on there, you can have folders within the folder. That's what I recommend doing. It's kind of like a master kind of organizational type of thing, but that is an option for you. Now, if I want to upload a whole folder, I can do that as well. Let me see if I could find one under downloads real fast. So I don't think I have a whole folder. Training, no. Okay, I'm not going to do that one. But you get the idea. If there's a folder that's already on your desktop, I have a lot more organization to do because I stopped around like November timeframe and I need to, catch it back up from then. But that's an option for you there. And then it's also going to tell you the most updated things that you have on here. So it'll pull up the most recent documents that you use. And then if you go to recent here, it'll have all that stuff on here. But my drive is just going to give you a generic idea of everything that's going on, and then you can directly add them there. So very, very user-friendly. I hope this was helpful. Definitely utilize your Google Drive because it's free. And two, you get a lot of storage with this. This is 15 gigabytes worth of storage. So you can add photos on here. You can add, documents on here, like a whole team building packet, which is actually what I'm about to switch over to and start having a lot of my team stuff on one email and just my client stuff on another email. Because now that my team is personally growing, a lot of stuff is getting kind of crossed a little bit. So I want to really separate that and organize it. But you can utilize this for a lot of different things. Like if you want to create like a Google Sheets, it's going to go here. If you want to create slides for like your trainings, or it's going to go there. If you want to do like your own individual Google Meet or Classroom for your team, that's something that you can do as well. I'm just thinking of like ideas. It's not necessarily just for team building. This is more so a general idea of how Google Drive works. So that way you guys can utilize it as best way you can. Now, with this, where it says shared with me, if you have like an accountability partner or somebody like your husband or somebody, you can actually share your drive with somebody. So that way they have access to different things as well. Basically, you could think of it as like both of you guys being admins on there and like changing up information as you guys both see it. I clicked on the calendar and I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Google Drive. But yes, so definitely utilize your Google Drive. I'll show you an example of the one that I currently have so you guys get a basic idea. So I'm gonna go to the homepage. So as you can see here, this is my most recent things that I've clicked on, right? So my team building packet, groups, golden tickets, contact information, quote request form. Those are like off the top of my head, the top things that I've most recently clicked on. If I wanna go into detail on the more things, then I can go do that here. Otherwise, that's going to be right there for you. And then as you see here, I already have some folders here, marketing stuff. My certifications are all in one thing. My husband's business is another one. If I'm clicking strictly for, let me do travel booking because I kind of did the building already. You can break it down between clients, the forms that you have, images. My website is on here, different little things that I'm doing, mock bookings, right? So I used to keep all my ads in one place and I categorize that in different ways here. Let me go to clients real quick because I do want to show you guys something. Maybe I can't because this is going on YouTube. I don't want to show anybody's names. So let's just do mock bookings. Let's say for this one. So as you can see here, I have stuff already here that I haven't categorized yet. This is like for events. But if I click on mock booking ads, you see it has two little folders here. I have some for 2023, which is empty. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like if I click on this now, I haven't even added anything in there yet, but I created that last year. So let's go and click on 2022. And what I did was I wanted to keep track of all the ads that I had based off of the month. Now, of course, you do not need to do this. I know it's a lot sometimes when you're posting a lot of things. I just like to do it to, keep track of the stuff that I had. So that way I knew what I was posting and when I posted it. So if someone tried to come back and say, well, this said this, I can easily go back and find which ad that I used and then looked at the verbiage because let's be real, y'all. Like when you're posting on Facebook, all that stuff gets lost in the feed and it's really hard to find that stuff. And let alone if you find like an ad that or a verbiage that you really, really liked and how you worded something, you have easy access to go back to that ad, change up a few things, and then now you still have like your content for your mock bookings. So that's why I personally have these on here because I like the verbiage that I use for some of my ads. So I saved them. But Again, it's completely up to you. That's just my personal way of doing things. And then I have categories for everything. I was going to show you the clients, and what I did was I had, their names and stuff on there. And then when I clicked on their name, I had a note section for them, as well as, what is it called? Oh, the quote that I did for them. So that way I knew if somebody, called back and they wanted something, I knew what we were talking about. I knew what I also have the quote that I originally sent to them. So that way I know, what was talked about and discussed and what was given out as well. So that can be a good way that you can track the things that you're talking about with your clients, especially if you have an overload and large influx of like the quote inquiries and things like that. Very good way to keep track of everything. And then you can move things along. Like once they get quoted, then you can move them to the booked, and then you know exactly where you are in their stage of travel booking. Okay. And that's not just for, travel, being a travel agent as well. That's just any kind of business that you have. It's kind of like its own little pipeline system type of thing. So that's all I really have for you today. I just wanted to give you guys a quick little snapshot of, Google Drive, all the things that you can do with it, creating those file folders, getting those Google Docs set up, those Google Forms. If you want to learn more individually about how to use Google Docs or Google Sheets or, creating those forms, we can definitely do a more in-depth training. This is just the overall Google Drive in general. So that way you guys can get start getting your folders set up and, your content and your information all in one place. Again, if this was helpful, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and, you guys have a great day. Ciao for now.